trying to hold to it.
What the That's him. Oh shit.
I'm about 400 meters from camp. Whoa!
They hiked alone through the wild. They weren't. Shots echoing near the trail, footsteps following from the trees, figures watching from the darkness, voices where no one should be, something that knows you're lost. Tonight, we look at the most disturbing hiking encounters caught on camera, real footage of hikers who found out that some trails lead to places you should never go. In May 2024, TikToker Kafasco was on day 36 of a through hike along the Appalachian Trail when shots started ringing out somewhere close to the path. The shots weren't distant, they were coming from just off the trail, and only a few rang out before everything went silent again.
There it goes again. It's gonna be 4. And so it's like a really weird place to shoot. I think the trail goes that way. So like, maybe it's just me being paranoid, but I have like a weird feeling. It's like, why the shooting right off trail? Only 4 shots. Maybe he only has a 4-shot gun. I can hear him moving. So it's not. I'm just like sketched out, you know, like a little weird.
So who was firing those shots? Were they aware someone was passing through, and what were they doing out there? In April 2025, YouTuber Exploring Alabama was creek walking through Talladega National Forest, looking for snakes and turtles when he pulled something out of the water that he thought was antlers from a young buck. It wasn't. He had spent enough time in the military identifying deceased people by dental records to recognize a human mandible and part of a skull when he saw one.
That is a human mandible. That is part of a human skull. I pulled it out. This is very disturbing to me. I pulled that out. I thought that was the points to a young buck, but I have spent enough time identifying deceased people by their dental records to know they did not have their molars removed and were all the way down to first, second bicuspid, and the laterals. I don't know what to do. I mean, I know what to do. I'm just a long way from anywhere.
He marked the location, hiked back out, and flagged down law enforcement, and what investigators told him next was far worse than finding the remains. A cult had been living in that exact area. 2 people wanted to be chief. One of them didn't survive the dispute. And when the group started running out of food, a couple from Florida who stopped to help 2 women on the road ended up in a tragic incident that resulted in the husband being lost.
We are created in the image of the Lord. I was going to be stupid and funny and pull it out and say this is
adult male buck, actually young buck. Now my chest is pounding a lot. There's not many things that shake me up anymore.
So whose remains had been washing downstream all this time? How long had that skull been sitting in the creek waiting to be found? And how many people knew exactly where to look but never said a word? In May 2024, YouTuber D was hiking alone through a wooded area looking for signs of Bigfoot activity when she realized something had been following her the entire time. She had been sitting near a structure making calls and knocking on trees when movement started coming from multiple directions, and then something got thrown at her.
That echoed good. They're gonna hear me knocking. Ow. But what they can hear and what I can hear is different, so they could be knocking far away. Mister. Who's up there? Okay. Mister. Who's up there? Okay. Okay. Hello. Something get thrown at me. It's about to storm, guys. The wind's picking up. Whoa! Who's that over there? It's moving. Behind me, guys. It's moving. Okay, I'm gonna knock because I'm hearing movement. Wherever that thing was over there, that black thing, it sounds like something moving over there.
She kept seeing a black figure through her camera that she couldn't see with her own eyes, and every time she pointed the lens toward it, trees started moving on their own.
What was that? I swore I just saw one of those trees right there move. Where was it? Let me find it. It's like one of those right there. I swear it was. I was looking at that. And something jerked over there. Hold on a minute. Is that freaking tree moving? Where'd it go? Woo! It looks like an oil sheen. Right there, like, I don't know, maybe it's just the way the camera's looking, but it looks like waves of, like, you know, when you see it on a road, an oil spot. Okay, I'm not getting a knocks back. Alright. I don't know what that black thing is. I can't see it with my eyes, but I can see it on the camera.
On her way back down the trail, she heard what sounded like something pushing over a tree, then snapping branches, then footsteps circling behind her.
I can't see nothing. It's right there. Okay, this is the tree where they blocked me in twice. What are you doing up there, man? Okay, okay. What did that mean? Got so much cover in summer. It's not even fair. What was that? Stop it. Whoa. Sounds like he's trying to push a tree down. Not trying to, but going to. Or ripping one. I don't know. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna get close to the edge because I know what they do here.
When she finally spotted it clearly on camera, it was right there watching her, and the moment she tried to hold still and get a better look, it vanished.
Whoa, look. Where's it?
Quack.
Fucking way. Dude. Look at him go. Sorry, I'm trying to hold still. Ah! Okay, no. Where'd he go? There's one behind me, man. Look at him go. Sorry, I'm trying to hold still. Ah! Okay, no. Where'd he go? There's one behind me, man. Stop moving. Where'd he go? Where'd you go? He's gone. Alright, he's gone. I'm done.
So what was that black shape her camera kept picking up that her eyes couldn't see? Who was behind her the whole time she thought she was alone? And why did it only disappear the second she tried to get proof? In October 2024, TikToker Maggie was doing a ghost photo shoot in a forest in Amsterdam when a man's high-pitched scream suddenly cut through the trees. The scream came out of nowhere, loud and close enough to stop the entire shoot.
Are you okay? Alles gut?
So who was screaming in that forest? What happened to them? And why did everything go silent immediately after? In April 2024, YouTuber Creepy Outdoors was walking alone through a forest known for being haunted when he had to stop and tie his shoe, something he says is the scariest thing you can do out there because your back is always turned and you can't see everywhere at once.
Whew. I have to tie my shoe. When you're out there by yourself, to me, nothing's scarier than having to tie your shoe. You can't see everywhere. Your back is always turned. Always freaks me out.
That's when he heard it, a sound that stopped him cold, something that sounded like a cat, but not quite right.
What was that? Oh, crap. I don't know if you guys heard something, but I sure heard it. It's not like a cat.
Later on the trail, he called out, "Hello?" into the darkness, but got no response. So what made that sound behind him, and was something watching him the whole time, waiting for that moment? In January 2015, YouTuber Bill Brock set up a camera behind his house in Maine to check what had been making strange noises in the woods, and whatever it sounded creepy enough that he decided to leave.
Something's been making a lot of noise behind my house, and it's pretty creepy. I'm gonna get out of here.
But the camera kept rolling after he was gone, and that's when it captured something moving through the trees, a figure he didn't see until he reviewed the footage later. So what had been lurking behind his property making those sounds? Did it know he was out there filming? And was it waiting for him to leave before it finally stepped into view? In January 2026, YouTuber Shadow Hollow had been wandering through a forest since early morning when he stumbled across something that made him uneasy, an old abandoned tent hidden in the trees, like someone had been living out there.
I find this creepy ass. It's like an old tent or something. I don't know. It's almost nighttime. It's getting dark out here pretty fast. I've been out here for a few hours now. Just walking around. Place is just pretty creepy.
As darkness started falling fast, he realized he was lost, couldn't remember which direction he came from, and the terrain just kept getting worse.
Feel like I'm lost, but I'm pretty sure I came from that way, so I'm gonna try to go that way, but I might have came. No, I came from here. I just went up there, but I was originally down here. And I'm pretty sure this is the way I came from. But I did go over there. And that's where I got lost. It's a fucking person. What the fuck?
Then he saw something that made him freeze, a figure standing motionless in the distance, watching him.
Not long out here, guys. I've been out here for a few hours. You're in this for a few minutes. I just stopped.
He heard a homeless man's voice somewhere nearby, but that wasn't the only person out there, because the noises kept coming from different directions like he was being surrounded.
What's he saying? There's a homeless guy or... I think he lives in the woods. Live out here. Keep going. Holy sh**. Oh, it's a Y. I'm going up. I'm never jumping. Walk down, never again. Get myself away. Alright. I think this way. There's no around it. I think I'm gonna have to cross. But I can't. That one looks like it goes way deeper. I heard something. Okay. I don't remember any of this. This just keeps getting worse. This doesn't look familiar at all. It's the moon. Oh no, I'm screwed. see if I can. It's too dark for that. It's gonna start getting really dark really soon. You just stay away from there. Just go this way. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Noise.
Then he spotted the figure again, this time right on a tree, close enough that he knew he was being tracked.
What the That's him. Oh, what the fuck?
Every path he tried to take seemed to lead him back toward whoever was hunting him, and when he threatened to call the police, the only response was the sound of running footsteps getting closer.
Private property. It's not private property. For you. What the I'm gonna call the police. Laughing.
The hunter had the advantage, could see him even with his night vision on, and was cutting off every escape route like they knew the forest better than he ever could.
That's the way I gotta go. With ours on. I'm going around him. Going around him. Alright. There's that light. I saw a light. Gotta go. What the It's right this way. It's right this way. How did you get around? There's no way you can see me.
He He finally spotted a road in the distance, but there was a barbed wire fence between him and safety, and he had no choice but to climb over it to get out alive.
Oh, this barbed wire fence. I should have this. Road.
So who set up that tent deep in the woods? Was the homeless man working with the person hunting him? And how did they always seem to know exactly where he was going before he got there? In September 2024, YouTuber Thomas Locke returned to a forest he had tried to camp in twice before, a place viewers kept warning him was haunted, and this time he brought friends thinking their presence would calm his nerves. It didn't. The moment they set up their tents near the massive tree that had creeped him out on previous visits, something felt wrong. And while his friends joked around saying he was overreacting, Thomas couldn't shake the feeling that something in those woods wanted them gone.
Don't say that. You feeling
Pretty good.
even the
I've
spot?
read a lot of comments about this tree, about how it's haunted. There's a demon living in it, there's a ghost. Go talk to the farmers nearby, ask them what's going on here. Go read your history books and all that. It's
tracking down Bigfoot though.
There's nothing wrong with it, it's a tree.
Why does it make that noise? I don't like it.
It is a very big and tall tree, but yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to sleep in front of it tonight, and I will not overnight.
Who's that? Who's that? Just kidding.
It's
Go on.
Bigfoot.
Go on. You're not scared at all? You don't feel any chill down your spine? Because when I came back here, I felt just an immediate chill down my spine.
And what about today?
No, no.
I feel okay today because I'm with you guys.
It just, he's just chilling. I do feel like there's a chance I'm going to wake up with a monk jack outside my tent.
What do they look like? Regular deer or they look different?
There's a crow, I think, right?
Did you hear the other one? Did you hear them?
Yeah.
But that's crow, I think.
That's those are crows.
That right there is where the demon go hung himself.
Don't say that.
That's good.
Because what if it's true?
True. Fine. I found those others too. I will give you one thing. It's definitely creepier than Thetford, but that's because it's natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thetford you feel a bit safer in because it is, you can tell it's made by.
Every heartbeat sent a splitting pain through his limbs, a pounding sense of dread that Matt and Sam didn't seem to feel at all. And when he noticed the forest around the tree had gone completely silent, he knew he wasn't imagining it.
I'm not even joking. I'm not mucking about.
Matt,
No.
what do you feel?
I'm fine.
Do you think Tom is overreacting?
100%. Yeah. Little baby boy.
Do you not think maybe I'm more attuned to the supernatural?
I'm glad I'm not then.
Alright, next joke.
I'd rather be oblivious to it.
I'm more attuned to the supernatural, which means I sit here and I know something's wrong because I'm like.
Any spirits take me.
I'm force sensitive, is what I'm
Kill
trying
me.
to say.
Please.
I can't wait for somebody to find this camera in the woods one day. And be like, what happened here? They were just having a laugh. The stakes, they didn't work out.
I'm not gonna lie.
You know what, Tom? You really raised the stakes today. Tom is very nervous. See, it's quite funny because at first he said, I'm here, I'm with you boys, I no longer feel nervous. I feel like
it was
you know,
a minute
it's all
interview
okay.
about the tree, and now
he's
but
crying.
returning to the tree has made Tom feel worried, feel nervous, feel unsafe. Meanwhile, Matt is just Matt.
it's because I know how easy it would be to bail.
I mean, like, use your logical brain here. What's your chances of survival? Staying here or attempting to leave the forest right now? Because that little demon tree over there might be like, you know what?
We might get
If he's
trapped in
here,
the
he has
forest.
to stay.
No, but what if it wants people to leave? What if that's why it's making me feel bad? As someone who's force sensitive. Where is it? Stop throwing things at me.
I was waiting for you to react.
saw that as well.
Just the noises. What do you mean?
That's what I'm saying. I agree. I like the sound of nature. I like all the stuff about nature.
Look, a bit like a noose. I'm just worried about losing the tenants. That's all. I don't really care about him.
I even knew it was you. I knew it was you, and it still freaked me out. I've got this sort of feeling that's like.
I got a feeling.
Let me talk to the camera. Let me speak this to the camera and we get some clean audio. It's this like splitting sort of pain through my limbs. Just every heartbeat is like, poof, poof, poof. Just like the log started moving when you two sat down. It freaked me out.
Yeah,
I'm really on edge. These guys are absolutely fine.
His friends were ready to stay the night, but Thomas made the call to leave, and the moment they packed up and walked out, the crickets and forest sounds came flooding back, like whatever had been keeping them quiet was finally gone.
Yeah, about that. Leave no trace, leave no trace, leave no trace. Right, let's go. It's so noisy here. There's so many more. Do you not think that's a bit weird? There's just no crickets in that section of the woods and there is here.
So what is it about that tree that made him feel watched every single time? Why did the forest go silent, only in that one spot? And what would have happened if they had stayed until morning like his friends wanted? In July 2023, solo traveler Valerie was camping alone in a field in Kazakhstan when a man and his wife drove up around 1:30 a.m. to check on their horses, and after a long conversation through Google Translate, where he scrolled through all her photos and asked if she was married, they finally left. But then he came back at 3 a.m. without his wife.
Obviously, these people are the owner of the field and the horses. So they came to check on them and they saw my tent, and I was already watching the horses. So I went outside to speak with them and ask them if it's okay that I sleep here on their field. And we Google Translate for maybe like half an hour and it didn't really work. Maybe they spoke an accent or something. I don't know. Anyways, I couldn't really understand it, but we were passing my phone all the time, and then all of a sudden he switched to photos. I don't know, probably by accident, but he started scrolling through all of my pictures and he was so interested in seeing where I was. And also he really wanted to know what am I doing here, whether I would not like to sleep in a homestay instead, and like what about my parents, am I married? This is also the question I get every time, like what's my name, and then are you married? Like everyone, eventually I got my phone back. They were so interested and they wanted to have my WhatsApp number. I don't know why. And yeah, eventually they left and then they returned. And I was like, what's the problem now? I went all the way back after 5 minutes to ask me for my Instagram name and my YouTube. This one.
She woke up to a noise, opened her tent, and he was right there making kissing gestures and trying to get inside.
I can't believe I just called this man friendly. I'm so disappointed. It's 3 a.m. I heard a noise, someone was saying something. I opened the door of my tent. And then he was there again, like very close, and he was like making a kissing gesture. And I said, what? I was still like, I didn't understand what was going on because I just woke up, and he really tried to go into my tent.
She kept saying no over and over, but he wouldn't stop, kept pushing to come in, kept asking for her phone to talk. It took 2 full minutes of her repeating no and physically pushing him away before he finally went back to his car.
And I kept saying no. And he wanted to still like come inside. Eventually he said, yeah, phone to speak, like Google Translate. And I said, no, leave me alone. No, go. And I think I said this for 2 minutes straight until he finally left. But man, I've never had that before. And yeah, now he went back into his car. I don't know, will he return or not? So it's a bit stupid situation right now.
She spent the rest of the night clutching her cutlery, listening to every sound, unable to sleep until after sunrise.
I think he will come back, but you never know. I think I would just catch some more hours of sleep and then make a move somewhere. Yeah, not the best feeling for sure. Good morning. As you can probably imagine, I didn't catch so much sleep anymore. Only after the sunrise I dared to sleep, like maybe 1 hour before. I was listening to noises a lot, and everything kind of made a noise, especially when you're in a tent and you're just breathing, you make noises because your sleeping bag rubs the tent or something like that. So yeah, I wasn't comfortable falling asleep anymore.
So what would have happened if she hadn't woken up when she did? Why did he wait until his wife was gone to come back? And how many other solo travelers has he watched from that field? In December 2025, YouTuber Bigum's Delicious was camping alone at Ozette Lake when something started walking around his campsite in the darkness, close enough to hear twigs snapping with every step. Whatever it was moved slow, too slow for a normal animal, taking a couple steps, then stopping, then moving again, and it didn't sound like 4 feet.
Probably an elk. It's walking so slow though. It does not sound like 4 feet either. It's no more than 15, 20 yards out there. Maybe 25. Maybe a little further. It's hard to tell.
It was no more than 15 to 25 yards out, and the strangest part was it wasn't moving away from his voice like any normal animal would.
It takes a couple steps, then just stops. Then moves a little bit, then stops. And it's not going away from my voice.
He kept his guard up in every direction because he realized the noise might just be a distraction from something else creeping closer from another angle.
I'm trying to keep my best wits about all around me, because it might just be making that noise to distract me from something else. But you gotta be able to hear that.
So what was circling his camp that night? Why wasn't it scared off by a human voice? And what was it waiting for? In December 2006, a hiker named Joel found himself 400 meters from camp with a bear stalking him through the trees, close enough that he had to keep yelling to try and scare it off.
Alright, this is me being stalked by a bear. Can't say I'm very excited. Whoa! I'm about 400 meters from camp. Whoa! Get! Oh boy. Whoa! Go! Go away!
The bear wouldn't back down, kept following him step for step, and Joel knew he was running out of options fast.
Go! Almost time to drop the camera and run. Well, not run. Whoa.
He said it himself while still filming. It was almost time to drop the camera and run.
Whoa! Whoa! Get! Ah! Go! Get!
So how close did that bear get before it finally stopped? What made it target him in the first place? And what would have happened if he had turned his back and ran? In January 2025, YouTubers Wiggins Wild World were exploring their newly purchased 20 acres in the Sonoran Desert near the Mexican border when they started finding things that didn't belong there. First, Coin found 2 Mexican pesos just lying in the dirt on land no one had ever lived on. Then a little kid's shoe weathered by years in the desert sun.
For some way to open this easily. And then lo and behold, 2 giants came with a mighty sword to split it in two. They also left the other half for whatever lives in this hole.
Huh?
So hopefully they'll like it. We found, first we found a couple pesos and we were like, that's cute, washed away from Mexico.
Like I was just walking, I kept finding stones, and then all of a sudden I like looked down and I thought it was an Apple AirTag, and it was
2 pesos.
2 pesos from like 98 and
92. And then we found like
nobody's ever lived here. That's what
no one's lived here before.
Then they found a child-sized Puma backpack that had been cut open, not torn, cut, and the way it was sliced didn't match how the rest of it had deteriorated.
found a little kid's
Start over.
Okay.
We just pressed play, sorry.
It's okay. So we just found a little kid's backpack, like a kid-sized backpack, which wouldn't like be too alarming or anything, but it's like in the wash. And a little while ago, just randomly walking through here, we found 2 pesos, like 2 peso coins, and we found a little kid's shoe. So I'm like, hopefully somebody's stuff got accidentally washed down from the wash, but I really, really hope we don't find like something gruesome in the area on the new property, because that would suck pretty bad.
Right before the next discovery, Coin said the area suddenly felt heavy, like cemetery vibes, and seconds later, he found a bone under a tree with a nest built around it. The bone had a ball socket joint and looked like it could be a small femur, and nearby they found more bones, one with a clean cut through it that didn't look like any natural break.
Coin just saw these bones right here.
More bones, and not when we were looking either. Like we're walking. I think this is a deer.
Those are deer bones?
Hopefully.
Hope so.
They called the sheriff's non-emergency line thinking it might be nothing, but ended up walking a deputy through their property to show him everything scattered across the wash.
But there's cars coming, that's okay? Okay, well, we're just recording this because we called a non-emergency line about the bones and everything we found earlier, or Coin called. And now we're gonna go meet a deputy sheriff out at the property to show him the bones we picked up. Should have moved them. But we didn't want them. I don't know. I want to say...
I didn't expect them to be like, yeah, take me out in the middle of the boonies where you found some random scattered bones.
And I kind of thought they were deer bones, even though they do look a lot like human bones the more I think about it. But you never want to be right about being human remains. But anyways, yep, and we're going to go...
Took a huge dab and drank half a beer, and now I got to go walk a deputy sheriff through a property out in the middle of nowhere to find possible human remains.
That's what...
So whose belongings were those out in the middle of nowhere so close to the border? What happened to the child who wore that shoe and carried that backpack? And why was that bag cut open like someone was searching for something inside?